Man United could have lined up with Diaz as part of Rangnick's ideal transfer trio. Ralph Rangnick's time as Manchester United interim manager is almost up, and it's not gone as he'd liked. The acclaimed German coach has been unable to sail the Red Devils away from choppy waters and into the Champions League places, instead sitting sixth with 2 more Premier League games to go after extending their trophy drought to 5 years. Rangnick has had plenty on his plate at Old Trafford, from dressing room disharmony to the tricky task of implementing an unfamiliar style of play, but what might frustrate fans more than anything is the fact his eye for talent, best demonstrated during his time working for the Red Bull Group, has seemingly been shunned by the United hierarchy. The 63-year-old, never afraid to give reporters an honest answer, put on another blockbuster press conference at the club's Carrington training complex ahead of Saturday's trip to Brighton and Hove Albion. In it, Rangnick claimed the club rejected 3 of his recommendations after his forward options were whittled down late in the January transfer window. "We lost 3 strikers, long-term," explained the former RB Leipzig boss. "We should have tried to sign a player in the 48 hours we had, since we knew Mason Greenwood, suspended by the club, wouldn't be available, and Anthony Martial had already left on loan. We were also aware Edinson Cavani might not be available for 8 out of 10 games, but we didn't do it. There were a few: Luis Diaz, who is now at Liverpool, Julian Alvarez, who will be at Manchester City in the summer, and Dusan Vlahovic, who at the time was still with Fiorentina. The answer was no, and that was it. I spoke to the board and told them, shouldn't we at least speak and analyze and find if we can at least get a player on loan or a permanent deal? In the end the answer was no. Maybe they didn't want to do any winter business. Maybe we should have at least discussed it internally, because it might be necessary and important. It would have been short notice anyway, but still, 48 hours is 48 hours. It might have been at least worth a try. But we didn't, and it wasn't done." While River Plate starlet Alvarez looks one for the future, Vlahovic's instant impact on a goal-shy Juventus has helped all but secure Champions League football in Turin next season. And in Diaz's case, anyone not living under a rock since deadline day will know what he's brought to quadruple chasing Liverpool. The 25-year-old has somehow managed to offer an extra dimension to Jurgen Klopp's already electric attack, having almost signed for Tottenham Hotspur before his £50 million move to Merseyside from Porto. Diaz boasts 4 goals and 3 assists in 20 appearances for Liverpool, regularly ousting Sadio Mane and Diogo Jota to make the left wing spot his own. His challenge would have much easier at Old Trafford too, with Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho and Anthony Elanga sharing the wide forward roles, but none of them finding sustained form under Rangnick. But Diaz isn't the only man who could have been gracing the Red Devils' flanks post-January. In the summer of 2019, when Rangnick was head of sport and development for Red Bull, Leipzig, who he'd just finished managing for a campaign ahead of Julian Nagelsmann's arrival, signed Paris Saint-Germain academy graduate Christopher Nkunku for little over £11 million. The attacking midfielder took time to adjust to German football, but in his 3rd term at the club, has exploded. After scoring ultimately a consolation goal in their Europa League semi-final defeat to Rangers on Thursday, Nkunku has taken his tally to a whopping 32, with an incredible 20 assists to boot. Still 24, it seems the Frenchman will only get better and has impressed in the kind of advanced role Rangnick has struggled to find solutions for this season. Fluid and flexible, it's no wonder he's been linked with both City and Liverpool, but United didn't even have him on their radar when their temporary boss walked through the door. According to ESPN, via Stetford Paddock, Rangnick was left startled upon learning that Nkunku wasn't on the club's list of potential transfer targets, despite his sensational form and exciting profile. The Bundesliga ace isn't the only Leipzig star Rangnick was interested, though, with defensive midfielder Amadou Haidara also linked. Reports in January suggested that he wanted to make the Mali international his first signing at Old Trafford, possessing the attributes fit to improve the Red Devils' lackluster midfield. While Fred has been a rare shining light under Rangnick, Haidara would undoubtedly have suited playing alongside the Brazilian and made United much more formidable in the centre. Having spent the 2018-19 campaign coaching him while finishing 3rd in the Bundesliga, Rangnick is believed to be a big fan of the 24-year-old and would enjoy working with him again. "We're delighted to have signed Amadou," he said upon Leipzig's capture from Red Bull Salzburg. Have your say. Should Man United's board have listened to Rangnick? Give us your verdict in the comments section. We've been following his progress in Salzburg as he's developed into an absolutely exceptional player there. There aren't many players his age with so much potential. He has all the requirements. If his current club's board listened to him, maybe Rangnick would have been saying those words again 5 months ago at Old Trafford. While January was only a few weeks into his interim rocky reign, winter reinforcements would have given Rangnick and co a boost in what has been an abysmal term. Set to head into a 2-year consultancy role with the Red Devils, when Erik ten Hag takes his place in the dugout this summer, he'll hope to have more open ears during the early days of United's new era.